Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and can I thank the Minister for his response. Late on Friday, a new bid for Sky was revealed. 5 years ago, an equivalent bid was abandoned after Rupert Murdoch and News Corporation were engulfed in the phone hacking storm. At that time, the House was united behind a substantive motion calling on Rupert Murdoch to withdraw his bid. The concerns back in 2011 were not only about the serious wrongdoing that was being uncovered in the phone hacking scandal, they were also about the concentration of media power and media ownership in fewer and fewer hands. I've reread that motion, Mr. Speaker, which we all on both sides of this House supported, and nowhere does it say we should sit quietly for 5 years and come back again when we've forgotten all about it. Well, we haven't forgotten about it, Mr. Speaker, and we also haven't forgotten that when the Prime Minister stood on the steps of Downing Street this summer, she said to the people of this country, "When we take the big calls, we'll think not of the powerful, but you." Well, Mr. Speaker, this is a big call, and we need to know whose side the government is on. Now, Ofcom's original assessment was that the deal may, and I quote, operate against the public interest. Will the Minister commit the government here and now to issuing a public interest intervention notice and referring the bid to Ofcom? Remember, back in 2012, Ofcom's assessment of the CEO of Fox, James Murdoch, was that he, and I quote, repeatedly fell short of the exercise of responsibility to be expected of him as CEO and chairman. The Prime Minister met Rupert Murdoch in New York in September. Was the bid discussed then? And did she give him any assurances about the bid or discuss his future support for her and or for her government? Now, I understand that this is a quasi-judicial decision, as the Minister said, and the words that the Minister says today will be scrutinised by some of the highest paid lawyers on at least 2 continents. Nevertheless, can he assure us that the Secretary of State is prepared to stand up to powerful interests and ensure that this deal is properly and independently scrutinised?